had a couple players honored. I mean, is that just indicative of the type of season that this team has had?
Yeah, I'm thankful that we have as good a players as we do, and I'm not surprised. I think it would have been hard not to take Morgan as the 6th player of the year, just based on what she means to our team and the success of the team, and how she's kind of accepted her role and grown in that role. And then, I think Lauren, the only surprise there is that coaches didn't hold it against her that she wasn't at Creighton a year ago. She was at a different program, but, to go from averaging 1 point a game to over 12 is pretty significant. And then, Emma deserves first team honors. I mean, I think when you look at what she accomplishes, and a lot of teams put their best defenders on her a lot, and she's been super consistent for a sophomore, and just has a really tough matchup. So I think all 3 of them are super deserving of their awards, and I think it's a reflection of the kind of season that we had too, for sure.
How tough were the conversations with Morgan? Someone who had the preseason that she did, that she was going to come off the bench.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of it. I never really had a conversation with her about it. I mean, we just said this is, and we kind of worked up to it. And I just think bringing her off the bench is what's best for us, because she's so dynamic offensively, and I've made this statement before. If you're only going to play 6 or 7, you're probably going to start your 5 best players. If you're going to play 9 or 10, you don't necessarily start, your 5 best players, because you want to come off the bench with the kind of pop that we can come off the bench with Morgan. So she didn't really, we've never really had a conversation about it. We just said this is what it looks like, and this is what your role is going to be, at least at this point. And for her, it never really changed all that much, because of how kind of healthy she was and the team was.
How much of a factor in your team's success has it been that she hasn't really thrown a fit that type of thing? I mean, she's a dynamic scorer. She could easily argue that
Yeah.
you're playing 35 minutes a game and starting.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like she has. How
Yeah.
much is your success due to the fact that she's just kind of plugging along without complaining about it?
Sure. I think unselfishness is a big part of it. I think if you, and she just wants to get better and contribute, and she's done a great job of that. And, you look at, Rachel's not starting this year, and she started a year ago, and I know she doesn't score the ball like Morgan does, but I just think it's been neat to see. And I think winning helps, right? If once you start to win and people see that their role contributes to that winning, I think that's a big positive. But I wouldn't expect her to be any differently if we weren't winning quite as much. But I think she understands how she can help our team, and that's, when she goes out there and somebody, maybe we take somebody off the floor, then she's, we count on her to produce, and she's done a great job of that.
I think different postseason awards is a good reflection on how this team played. 3 is a good number, it's not just one person.
Right.
Do you think that worked out? It's a good reflection.
Yeah, I think having 3 kind of award winners is a reflection of the success of the team, and the idea that we're not caught up in having a star system here, that we have a lot of good players, and so for sure team success contributes to that. I know when I vote for all conference players, I look at how well the team did, and it's you can put up big numbers on a team that didn't do very well, but that usually doesn't impress me as I vote for all conference, and I would imagine a lot of the coaches are the same way.
Other than running to obviously win the tournament this weekend, do you see it as an opportunity to obviously further solidify your case to be in the tournament and maybe even improve your seeding?
Absolutely, it's an opportunity for us to, I think, just continue to play well, to gain confidence. We're going to play 3 good teams if we're there for all 3 days, and so it's good prep for the NCAA tournament. It's a good opportunity to both improve as a team and improve our seeding, and it's a tournament type of environment, so you can't replicate that. I mean, there's something special about a conference tournament, just like there'll be something special hopefully when we get in the NCAA tournament, and just a little bit more pressure, but also a little bit more pageantry and hoopla about it. And I think that's something that our players will enjoy, but it'll also help us hopefully that next weekend.
you foresee Emma being this good this early? I mean, last year was kind of weird because
Yeah.
there wasn't an opportunity for her to get any consistent repetition, but this year she's kind of hit the ground running. Based on whichever metrics you value, she's a top 5 player in the league already.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about her, what she's done so far?
Yeah. Yeah, Emma's been, she's probably, I mean, honestly, probably exceeded my expectations. I mean, I thought when we recruited her, I thought we had a good player. I didn't know she was going to be quite this good, especially this early. But she just plays the game at the right pace, and she's does a lot of things offensively that people her size don't do as fluidly and as well as she does. I mean, we can throw the ball back to her and have her bring the ball up the court. She played guard in high school a lot, so I think that's been a help for her. And defensively, she's a really good communicator and does a good job of knowing what we need her to do in a particular game, whether she's tall enough or quick enough to execute it. You know, sometimes that's going to be a challenge for her, but I think she's been really coachable, and she came in pretty good, and she's gotten better. And part of that is she's gotten to practice against good players, and our practice guys do a great job. But she's definitely, probably about as good a sophomore as we've had. So, yeah.
Is the team where you want it to be at heading into the postseason, both physically, injuries aside, and mentally?
Yeah, I think that's a key is getting Morgan back and getting her. She practiced yesterday, so she'll have a few days to get ready for Seton Hall. And Lauren has been sick and did not practice the last couple of days. She'll do some stuff today and hopefully do a little bit more tomorrow. And I think that's important because you want to be, for us to be at our best, we need those two who won awards to be in a position where they can help us, and you don't have to screw with your rotation too much, because I think that's a little bit tougher to do late in the year when we're going to play all good teams. We don't have, anybody to kind of be trial and error with. So it'll be important that those two get a couple good days of practice in, and then. Yeah, I think if that's the case, I like the way we're playing. I mean, we were a little bit shorthanded against DePaul without Morgan, but I like the way we've played over the last few weeks.
How much conference tournament when you just see the team for the time of the year? How much is the formula strategy trying to change up what you've done before against them, or vice versa, or just having the players play to the percent of the level?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it just depends. I mean, I think if I look at our 2 games with Seton Hall, we beat them pretty easily at home, and we're very fortunate to win on the road. But we only had 1 day to prep the second time because we played them the second on Sunday. So I don't feel like defensively we were as good as we needed to be. This last time we played them, we'll need to be a little bit sharper there, but we'll have time to prep for that. And then after, if you can win that first game, you don't have a lot of prep time. So it comes down to making maybe 1 or 2 subtle adjustments, and then you just have to, you do have to play better or toward the top of where you can play, because you don't have that much time to put in a different game plan after game 1.
Just one more, last year she did get a prominent role.
Yeah.
That was pretty young and dynamic.
Right.
This year was kind of the same. Like, there was a lot of young, dynamic.
Yeah.
At the guard spot.
Yeah.
With Rachel back in the mix, like her role wasn't necessarily guaranteed either. What's not only been the key to her having the type of impact that she's had, but also what's impressed you the most about how she's kind of morphed into her?
Yeah. Well, I think she. When you come in here, you're as a transfer, you're probably trying to figure out how much can I show what I can do without stepping on toes, especially because we had some younger players who had success. So that was a little bit of a learning process. But Lauren wants to be good. I mean, I can tell you when I came in here into this building and played some 6:15 morning ball this fall, Lauren had the shooting gun set up and she was in here shooting. So as a coach, when you see that, when you see somebody who's got the gun set up at 6 in the morning or whatever she came in, that impacts you in terms of, that's why she's a great shooter, right? She puts in a little bit more time than most, and so I think that's pretty easy to see when you watch her staying after practice and all that. And I think so. She really sets the bar high when it comes to being able to shoot the ball.
Is this close enough?
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did it feel when you found out?
I felt good. I was proud of myself and just the work that I put in to earn that award. So yeah.
Flan mentioned that there wasn't really a conversation about your definitive role in starting or coming off the bench this year.
He said there wasn't a conversation.
Was not.
Okay.
But I don't know. How long did it take you to get comfortable with the idea that, you know, what your at least role to start the year was going to be was to bring some pop offensively off the bench and not start with the top five?
Yeah, I was okay with it. I knew going in, and then just last year, just set me up for this. I understood my role and what I provide to the team, and coming up off the bench provides a different look for me. I get a chance to see how the game's going and just take advantage of my opportunities.
What does it look like when you watch it at first? Like, what are the things you key in on before you get to take the warm-up off?
I just try to look at how they're guarding Emma and just the matchups, because, you know, sometimes Carly will have a 5 and Emma will have a 4 on her, and just make reads and see what's going on.
Do you relish the idea of taking on a different role, even though it might not be one that most people want, obviously? You know, I mean, just dealing with the opportunity that does come.
Yeah, I do like that. I just like being a little underdog and just like sneaking my way in, you know, halfway through the game. And yeah, I'm comfortable with what I'm done in the position that I'm in.
How's the nose feeling?
Better.
Better?
Yeah.
You gonna see you in a mask?
No mask.
No.
No. Taking my chances.
Figure tape mask, right?
Yeah.
Emma, big opportunity this weekend just with the tournament. Do you guys see this as an opportunity not just to win a tournament title, but, you know, improve your seeding for the tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, we set ourselves up really well for this tournament, and then we just want to play well and get ourselves rolling. You know, it's the most important time of the year, and just want to, you know, finish strong and continue to build.
Emma just, you know, was in the first team of conference just for your sophomore season. Do you expect it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I necessarily expected it, but it's just really cool to have, and especially with the support system that I have on the team, it's just really cool to get this award.
For three of you to receive all conference honors, does that show the kind of balance that this team has had this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think we have a really deep team, and Flan says that about every day or multiple times a day, and I think this kind of just proves it, that we have a lot more to prove, and we're only sophomores, so we have 2 more years here left, so yeah.
With the tournament this weekend, obviously, you want to win the tournament.
Yeah.
But there's also a good opportunity to stack a couple more wins under your belt and build some momentum heading into the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, definitely. We have to take one game at a time. We have to focus on Seton Hall right now because this is the most important game for us right now. But definitely getting more wins under our belt is going to help us a lot in the long run with the NCAA tournament, and especially just like gathering momentum going into the tournament, which will also be helpful for us.
What's kind of the feeling around this team heading into this postseason, maybe compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, I just think the vibes of this team are really good right now. I mean, we have fun with each other off and on the court. We come into the locker room just laughing. We talk about different things every day. So, I mean, it's just been really fun this year, and I'm very excited to see what we have coming next.
Playing a team
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to beat a team 3 times, especially a team like Seton Hall. They're a really good team. But I think with the people that we have and with the support system that we have, we can do it.
Just individually, where do you feel like you've improved the most from last year to this year?
For me, I just think my positive attitude and like playing even keel on the offensive and defensive side, because sometimes I can get in my head a little bit, and then I think just like getting out of my head and just staying with it and just buying into the process has really helped me this year.
I know the Big East has 10 players on the first team that, you know, there was a high likelihood that even if there were 5, you'd still be on it. I'm just wondering, is it any validation for the work you put in, or does it not even matter? It has to matter a little, right?
Yeah, I think it does matter a little bit, just knowing, because this conference is a talented conference. There's a lot of good individual players. There's a lot of good teams. But at the same time, I think awards just recognize, individual awards just recognize your team as a whole, because I wouldn't be in this position if it weren't for all of them. And Morgan and Lauren could say the same. They wouldn't be in the same or in the position that they're in without everyone on the team. So I just think it speaks a lot to the team as a whole.
Lauren, just how cool is it your first season at Creighton when you were in all-conference honors?
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, nothing that I really expected going into the season, but it's definitely cool to get those my first season here.
And for 3 of you to receive all-conference honors, that show the balance that this team has kind of had this year?
Yeah, it for sure does. And I think it also speaks volumes that we're all sophomores too, and what we can do in the future too. It's really exciting.
So you didn't expect it. How and why did things go better than expected? How did that unfold?
I honestly think it was just like the system and the people around me. I just fit really well here, and the type of basketball we play, and the team just gels really well together, and I think they bring out the best in me as well. So it made for a good environment.
How big of an opportunity is this weekend, maybe not just to win a tournament title, but to help your seeding for the bigger tournament?
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity, and we're all really excited and locked in. We have the opportunity to do something really special, and I think we have a pretty good chance, so we're all excited.
Kind of said the vibes around this team are pretty good right now. Would you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, I would agree. You know, we've done well this season, and we're all super excited to go into the Big East tournament and hopefully make some noise, and we all feel good about it.